Wake up call. Get on with it. You need money. You're thinking about retiring, moving into that direction. Do you have debt? You need to get that paid off. Do you need to replace your car, your AC, your refrigerator, your vacuum cleaner? You need cash for that. Have some of you guys looked in your closets, under your beds, in your attics, your garages? You are sitting on thousands of dollars of stuff that you're not using, you've held on to, somebody left behind when they moved out. I don't care where it's come from. You aren't using this stuff. You don't need it. Exchange it for cash and move forward in your personal retirement plan. Move forward with what you plan to do. Pay off debt. Beef up the retirement plan. Take a vacation. Buy whatever you need. And your refrigerator. Maybe you need to replace your AC. I don't know. But it's time to declutter and beef up the cash reserves with the stuff you're no longer using. So for you guys who haven't met me before, I'm Jenny. I tell it like it is. I think I wear kid gloves. Most people think I'm pretty direct. We'll say that. But the truth be told, we are all pack rats. There's not one of us who are truly minimalist. Do you need to beef up your savings so that when you retire early, you can spread the gap with your medical insurance between retirement date and 65 when Medicare kicks in? Things are moving fast. Let's get on it. So most of us, when we tuck something away, put it in the closet, pack it away, put it in the attic, and we forget about it. We personally don't put a value on that, because it's now out of sight. Some stuff we haven't touched, if not in months, in years. Okay? Somewhere somebody wants that exact item and is willing to exchange cash for it. And it's easier than you might think. It's not necessarily doing a ginormous yard sale. However, that is part of the strategy. If I was to sit with you over a cup of coffee and say, I'm going to give you a whole day, let's get to it, we would start in your closet. Let's do that. We do a lot of retail therapy. We buy clothing and other accessories because we love them in the moment, or they were a great price. We can't pass them up. We might need it one day. How many of us have clothing in our closets that still have tags on it? We're all guilty of that. So let's pull out the clothes in the closet that you are not wearing. Now, I live in the South, so we pretty much wear the same clothing year round. Pull out your clothing. If you have not worn it in the past 6 months, or if you're in a climate where you can't interchange your wardrobe all year round, if you've not worn it in the past 2 seasons, let's just get rid of it. It's taking up space. Somebody out there needs it, etc. Let's figure out what's sellable. Now, got consignment stores. You've got, say, Facebook Marketplace. You've got Craigslist. You've got Poshmark. You've got other online sales avenues. You've got eBay, etc. Let's get into those. Those are vehicles that you can use to make some cash with your, I don't need them anymore. They're not cast-offs. They're still perfectly good. Now, if they're damaged or well-worn, then let's start making some harder decisions about that. If you're not going to try to sell them, let's give them away. Friends, churches, families, thrift stores, missions, etc. But if they are too ratty and tattered for you to, in good conscience, give them away, then can you repurpose them? Can old threadbare towels be cut up and made car washing rags? Can they be made dusting rags, etc.? So let's recycle, reuse within realistic abilities, but let's divest ourselves of stuff, because as we move into retirement, we don't want to pull the last 40 years of crap with us. We want to move lighter. We want to keep our memories and our precious items, our cherished items, but we need to free ourselves. Another location that I would sit down with you and we'd go through is your kitchen. Okay? Gadget queen. Is that you, Gadget King? How many food choppers do you need? How many steamers, rice cookers, yeast bread makers, etc.? What appliances do you have that you've not used in a year? I had a deep fat fryer one time. I don't fry anything. I have it in 25 years. I finally gave it to a niece who was moving into an apartment that thought she'd need it. She's not used it. I have just simply gifted her with something to start her on the road to the appliance hoarder. So if you're an appliance hoarder, let's get in the kitchen and start looking at stuff that plugs in. Let's wash it. Let's clean it. Again, all those marketplaces, all those divesting yourself. Let's donate it. Let's make some cash first. Take care of your home first. And your home is your bank account. And then if it's not something that you're able to sell, we're not going to waste a lot of time and effort on it. Give it to someone. Like I said, gift somebody who's just setting up a household. Find a women's shelter where ladies are in transition, moving to their next location, and they could use some things to help them set up in their next household for them and their family. Kitchens are a great place. Let's go to the garage. All right, men, do you need 6 cordless drills? Have you moved into the brushless community of cordless drills or cordless items? Do you still need the corded? Okay, I'm a big fan of corded. Let me have one for backup, but then let me pick the ecosystem that I want to be in for my cordless stuff. And if I've moved from brushless or brush to brushless, then let's get rid of the brushed stuff. Am I saying those words right? I'm kind of repeating things my husband has said. Anyway, but you get what I say. You don't need to hold on to every last tool. The batteries corrode, they die, etc. You don't need to have 15 different systems that you're having to charge batteries on. Let's pick one, okay? Pick a system, pick 2, okay? If you want DeWalt and Bosch or Festool and Milwaukee, whatever, okay? But do we need 15 different brands of everything? No, I don't think so. I don't think so, but I'm a female, so. But I've got that Y chromosome. I was son dad, never had, so I gotta tell you, I probably am guilty of having too many repetitive tools as well, but it's just shame on us. It'd be like us looking at a female's closet and saying, you've got too many purses or too many shoes or too many scarves, and yeah, I have too many scarves. So once you figure out what you want to start with, whether it's an area of the house or you go through and you just pick out 15 items at random that these can all go. Let's get them cleaned up. Let's get them washed. Let's make sure they're in good repair. Let's make sure the electric items work, etc., etc. And then let's pick a marketplace. You're going to want to take some pictures. Your cell phone's perfect for that. You are going to give full and dynamic descriptions of the good, the bad, and the ugly. As a buyer off these marketplaces, nothing is more disappointing than receiving an item that has a flaw that was never defined. So let's be completely transparent. It will make your life a lot easier and the experience a lot less stressful when you sell this way. Once you got the money in hand, what you going to do with it? Well, I'll tell you what I would do with it. First thing I would do is pay bills current if I'm behind on anything. It happens. There's no shame in it. It's called life. If all my bills are up to date, then I'm going to start paying off debt aggressively, because we don't want to move into our next chapter in our no longer needing to work for an income stream life, pulling the debt with us, because it's going to be fearful, it's going to be stressful, and it's going to detract from the beauty of the next chapter. So let's get some debt paid off. All right. So if everything's up to date and your debt's paid off, how about your house? Let's see if we can't get some traction thrown at the house. We should also then look at the retirement funds, wherever the money sits. At this point, you've already discussed with a trusted someone how best to approach your retirement structure. So is it money that you're creating so you could take some pre-taxed money and move it to a post-tax account, and this income we're generating from getting rid of stuff is going to pay the taxes on that? What a beautiful gift to give yourself. That's a no-brainer. But there's a priority to only you can decide how you want to use the money that you're fixing to have a windfall with all this crap you're getting rid of. Let your kids know you're doing this, because at the end, they're going to have to come clean your house out. They'll come help you. Okay, if I'm not around to do it, pull some adult kids in. Your stuff is not your savings account. It is not your income investment. It is not your retirement account. Never hold on to something. Young ones, if you're listening, don't ever buy something at a yard sale or a thrift store thinking it's going to be worth money when I retire. It's going to be for the kids' education. If you don't like it, don't bring it home. But for all of us who have given a forever home to stuff that we couldn't say no to, wherever we sourced it from, it's time to let it go. Let's downsize. Let's enjoy the money. Green looks good on everybody, okay? And it's one size fits all. The perfect gift to give yourself. So let's summarize. You've got a lot of stuff laying around that's just cash waiting to be in your hand and in your pocket. So let's get moving. Let's start decluttering. The sole purpose of downsizing, because it's happening. Let's use the money that we're making to pay down debt, to shore up retirement, to make sure our current expenses are together. More importantly, you're going to learn some skills through this. If you're looking for that income stream side hustle for now or in retirement, this is a skill set that's rinse and repeatable, marketable. You could do this for friends and families. Heck, you could do it for free for your church and other organizations that need somebody to come in who knows how to do this to help them. Can do a more in-depth video of this. You guys leave me some comments. Are you drowning in stuff? Are you surprised when you start digging through and you find out what things are worth? Let's keep it going. This is not a one-stop effort. This is going to take a little bit of time, okay? But don't give up on something for the time it takes to get it done, because that time's going to pass anyway. And if you don't start it now, somebody at the end is going to have a big pile of your stuff, and they're probably just going to set a match to it. No, probably not, but still, you need to divest it and enjoy the money yourself. All right, I'll see y'all in the next one.